Yo, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time, yes, I will be retreading what we talked about previously, but there's a reason for that. A lot of the stuff that we saw recently, we didn't really get clear images, and now we finally do. And not only that, I got a couple of things wrong, I will admit, but this is part of the Buzzworthy Bumblebee lineup, which is the Target exclusives for the US, and then the Toys R Us exclusives for Canada. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this Buzzworthy Bumblebee lineup. We've got, starting off, the Studio Series 86 dying Prowl and Ironhide, obviously associated to the scene where they're both dying, and that's kind of unfortunate, and it's kind of weird that they're deciding to sell some dying characters, which is kind of funny that a lot of people would say, oh, they don't do figures of characters who are dead. Meanwhile, they do characters who are dying, so, But anyways, so yes, this has the battle damage for the chest and then the unfortunate faces, but I will say that I do not like this pack in particular. Now, I would be fine with the Prowl and Ironhide. In fact, I don't mind a battle damage Prowl and Ironhide associated with the movie, but it's the fact that they chose these specific characters for a 2-pack. It's unfortunate, especially for the Prowl, because we had the Earthrise 2-pack of the Prowl and Ironhide that a lot of people couldn't get, so they wanted a new version of that. And we got that for Ironhide, so that's good. But then with Prowl, all we're getting is this so far. Now, eventually they could release the Prowl, or just make this without the battle damage chest and then a better head sculpt. But do we really want another Ironhide, or do a lot of people want another Ironhide with the cracked chest? I don't know. What I will say is I like the consistent window paint job with the blue instead of the transparent color. I know a lot of people will like that because it will make the plastic less brittle, especially for the Ironhide. It is the Voyager class Ironhide. It's not that deluxe, so that's good, but still, I don't like the setup. And then we take a look at the robot mode. You can see the new head sculpts where they're, you know, just dying pretty much. But the accessories are fine. I like the design of the Ironhide. The gray actually looks a little bit darker this time around, and I think the light blue pops a little better on the Prowl. But again, hoping that we get just a single pack re-release of Prowl. And also, I want to mention with the purple blast effects, what I meant to say was I would prefer blast effects coming for the actual barrels of these weapons, but what it seems to be is that these will attach onto the figures themselves to act as them getting shot, or you can attach those to some Decepticons that will be shooting at them. So I thought that was a clever touch, and I do like the idea that they're using transparent purple. I think that's a nice touch, but I would just like to see some blast effects for the Autobots as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at the next figure. Oh, sorry, this is the box. Also, 8624 and 8620. Kind of weird numbers. I'm curious to see what's in between, but yeah, that's what we're getting. Anyways, okay, now moving on to the next figure. So there's not really much to talk about there, but if you guys missed out, there you go. I'm kind of hoping that they re-release the Jetfire. I know some people will want that, so you know, here's hoping for that. But for right now, Grimlock and the Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon, those are the two leader class figures we've got re-released, so hopefully they continue. Maybe a Shockwave would be nice. Anyways, moving right along, we also have the 4-pack. Now, previously, I said that it was the G1 Universe Cybertronian Trooper, and I thought it was the dropkick characters that we're seeing in some of the early episodes, but no, this is actually a G2 Universe Cybertronian Trooper that worked under G-Axis. So, we've got the Decepticon Seeker, we've got the Quintesson Trooper, we've got the G2 Universe Cybertronian Trooper, and we've got the Animated Universe Autotrooper, which is pretty cool. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the alt modes first. So, these are all repaints. The Quintesson Trooper, I believe, is based on not just the Alicon, but more so closer to the other one that came in the 4-pack. I could be wrong about that, but he also does come with an alternate head, so you can swap that out. And same thing for the the G2 Universe Trooper, and then the Auto Trooper, they have swapping heads, which is cool, because if you army build the set, you could also just swap out the heads normally, but these don't have any specific characters. Like, they don't have an Ironhide or a Barricade in the pack just to kind of throw you off, because you don't want another bunch of Ironhides and Bumblebees in the set. You just want troopers that aren't going to look out of place. So I love the fact that you get this. So the Cybertronian Trooper is a rework of the Skullgrin. Obviously, we mentioned Alicon. And then the Auto Trooper is actually a rework of the Siege Ironhide, which I actually think is the perfect way to do it. Kind of looks like Snowcat here, I won't lie. But also we got the Decepticon Seeker, which does seem to have a more lavender color compared to the Thundercracker. That was something that I was concerned about, but it does seem to have a more muted, kind of purplish tone to it, so that's all good. And then we take a look at the robot mode, so you can see the optional head. What's cool about the Cybertronian Trooper is that both heads are new. They're not used from any other character. It's not used from the Skullgrin. So you get 2 brand new heads, and that's the same thing with the Autotrooper. You get 2 brand new heads. I like the white. I like the kind of teal on the Cybertronian Trooper, although you could tell what's painted and what's not. I do really like the Alicon. I actually don't have any of the Alicon figures, so it would be nice to finally get that. And I think the Seeker is a perfect choice because if you remember back in the old days with the Generation 1 episode, there were a bunch of Seekers that were kind of repeats of themselves that were very similar to Thundercracker, but wasn't exactly. So, yeah, I think this is very nice. It's a very good pack, and I'm hoping to get it. Hopefully it's not hard to get, but with that out of the way, I think you guys want to please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.
AllSpark TV. Now that's just prime.